Hey y'all, it's me again. As I always say in every video, thank you for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. It is really weird talking straight to a camera and like there actually is no audience. I don't see you guys right now, but I definitely do appreciate it. I'm getting a good amount of views on my videos, which I'm really happy about. It keeps me going because I'm starting to be like, what the hell else do I want to talk about? I don't want it to just strictly be about my dating experiences. So if you have some crazy dating experiences that you want me to share and tell the story, leave a comment below. If you're my friend personally, you can text me or tell me topics you'd want me to talk about revolving dating, and I'll do videos on that too. Yes, I still have stories to go, but I definitely want to mix it up and change a few things. But either way, if this is your first time, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Okay, so this story, now honestly, I'm gonna try to condense it because again, I don't like having you guys sit down for like 15-20 minutes unless you're getting ready and listening to me, whatever you're doing. But I personally don't like too long of a video because this particular person is like a full-blown chapter in my book of 26 years. I was talking to someone. His name is Enoch. I'm gonna say his name because he blocked me. So I don't even know if he's gonna see this video. He's a producer, music producer. You guys can find him on Instagram, Enoch. Now this is the part where I would tell y'all his Instagram name, and I've been debating it for some time. I mean, I already told y'all his name and what he does, so like y'all could put two and two together and figure out his Instagram name. Also, I should have realized his name is Enoch. He's the son of Cain. Y'all know the story about Cain and Abel, and Cain killed Abel? I should have known. His daddy was trash, out here killing his own damn flesh and blood. So Enoch was gonna be trash, but I learned the hard way. He's a producer. We met because someone he was working with, I was also working with, but in different capacities. But we crossed paths. He started liking a few pictures on Instagram, and like he commented with like a red rose emoji, like we was on a damn episode of The Bachelor and I was getting the final rose, clearly. I don't know. So I DM'd him and I was like, I don't know what that means, but I guess I'm gonna take it as a compliment or whatever. So I should have known from then. Maybe I just shouldn't have sent that DM, but I was curious as to like, why are we leaving comments on my pictures? And I don't really know you like that. Either way, I gave him my phone number because I was just like, I don't want to do the back and forth Instagram. So here's my number. Use it if you want. So he used it. So we were talking. And he was really great, I will say that. I have met some great men along my life. Well, I thought he was great. I was sadly mistaken. So he's an Aquarius. Yes, I don't date by sign, but I was a little shocked by him because some of my favorite people are Aquarius. Like my sister, a really, really good friend of mine. Like I know some bomb ass Aquarius. So the fact that he just ended up being so tragic really hurt my feelings because I was just like, damn, you're terrible. And he was born on freaking Valentine's Day, and one of my closest friends, her birthday's on Valentine's Day. So it's kind of like, okay, you're lit because she's lit, but like I found out he's not lit. He was pretty terrible. We would go back and forth with talking, then not talking, then talking, then not talking, and I really started falling for him. We went out. He would be in the studio, like we'd be talking, and we had our mutual friends. Like it definitely helped, you know, just us getting to know each other. I felt like we were getting to know each other really well, and I thought it was going somewhere, but ooh, child, I was wrong. He was also a narcissist. Now, I mentioned in my last video about narcissist people. Like this was somebody who really liked to talk about himself. Literally, we would text and a good morning text turned into, oh my God, I just did yoga with Russell Simmons' manager. And I was like, huh? All I said was good morning. I didn't even ask you what you did for the day. It just everything. It would be random, like, oh, he became vegan. So that was also something where he started being like, oh, you're eating meat today? That's crazy. Yeah, nigga. Like, I'm Haitian. I'm not to say Haitians aren't vegan, but it's not a lot of us, I'ma say. Personally, that's how I feel. Like we eat meat. Caribbeans eat meat. Black people eat meat. We all eat meat. At some point in our lives, we ate meat. There are a few people who never have eaten meat before. But either way, yes, I'm eating chicken and I like it. You mad? Womp. Don't care. So, random things like that just started irking me. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? One day I was just like, you know, what are we doing? Now, I really don't like to ask the question of like, what are we? But I just needed to know, because there were times where I would call and like he wouldn't answer. I wouldn't hear from him for like a week. And I'm just like, yo, you are not that busy that I can't even get a text. And I'm the type, you could even text me like, hey, just checking in, want to see how your day's going. I'm really busy, but I just wanted to make sure you're good. I'm a-okay with that. But for some reason, he didn't get that through his thick skull, right? So one time I texted him, and again, like in my last video, how I talked about I used to send long paragraphs. This was the man I used to send long paragraphs to. I probably still have them saved, because when I had to cut him off, I had to remind myself, this is why you cut him off. Don't go back. Every time I saw that screenshot, I was like, oh, no, sis, don't do it to yourself. Used to send him long paragraphs, and he literally would pick and choose what he wanted to respond to the point I started like double, triple texting, because I needed him to answer each part of the text. And I knew if I sent it fully, he wouldn't. So one time I texted him a long text like, you know, maybe this isn't working out. I don't know what we're doing. You know, you're not giving me the attention that I want and need. One of my love languages is quality time. I can literally sit with someone, watch TV, watch movies, do literally just be in your presence, and that's enough for me. But he didn't understand that, or he didn't care to understand that. And I realized his love language is probably words of affirmation. He liked to be, you know, he liked that talk. Like, you're doing great, I'm proud of you. That's his love language. Now, I cared to learn that, but he didn't care to learn mine. So, sent him a long text message. And, you know, I send these text messages late at night. I love it because I just get my thoughts out and I can go to sleep peacefully. Wake up in the morning, now I get a text, and it's from his mom. I never had Mama Enoch sent me a text. Like, what are we doing? Mom sent text messages. So one, I was like, you got an iPhone, your mom got your passcode? I don't know. I don't get it. Two, sis read the text and like, sis, why are you reading the text? Hand your son his phone. I don't get it. So she texted me back like, oh, my son doesn't need all this drama in his life. Ma'am, your son brought the drama because he found me. He disturbed my peace, okay? He was ludicrous in this situation. He disturbed my peace. I was chilling, living my best life. He wanted to give me a final rose, okay? Clearly we were on a TV show, and I was the last contestant. So I read that text message and I didn't respond because I said, I know I can get disrespectful and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody's mother. Because let someone have texted me and my mom responded and they got disrespectful, it's on. Like, that's not happening. So I just read it and I was like, heard you. Literally, that's what I responded. So I'm like, I don't know who's going to read that now. I don't know if mom's going to say, heard you. What does that mean? You know, parents are older. They may not know what that means. Whatever. He finally like called me later on that day. Like, yeah, my mom texted you. There's a part of me that doesn't believe that it was his mom. But then it would be weird if he was texting me in his mom's like voice or like speaking that way, because that's just strange. But to me, it was like, you can't fight your own battles or you can't face the truth, so your mom is doing it for you. You're weak as hell. You're weak as fuck. But whatever. So you would have thought I stayed away. No, I didn't. Like an idiot. I told y'all I was dumb in the past. I really was. But like, I learned from a lot of mistakes, and this was a mistake. But it got to a point where, again, it was literally just the same cycle of him being a narcissist, not really caring about what I'm doing, what I'm living my life, how I'm doing, not caring of none of that. He had moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, so that made things even harder. Fast forward to when I finally cut him off after he owed me money and he was not trying to get it back, to the point I had to contact his aunt to get the money, because you're not going to owe me money and then ignore me. Whew. This has happened to me too many times. So I just don't understand why people think that's okay. But again, that's another story for another day about people thinking they can owe me money and then ignore me. But I think that's what he thought. Whatever. So we officially stopped talking. I was completely done. My homegirl who had introduced us, who was working with him beforehand, I found out that she had stopped working with him, but she never told me why, and I never questioned why. I should have questioned why, because it all made sense as to how he was as a person. He treated her terribly as well. She calls me one day and she's like, hey girl, how you doing? So I'm like, hey, what's up? How's life? Blah, blah, blah. We're catching up for a little bit. And she's just like, hey, so do you still talk to Enoch? I'm like, nope, I don't talk to him. But what happened? She's like, well, my friend used to talk to him and I feel like she was talking to him around the same time you were too. Do you mind if like I call her and put you guys on three-way so you guys can like figure this out? So now I'm here like, are we really about to do like coming woman to woman? Like this don't even make any sense. But all right, cool. I don't talk to him no more, so I honestly don't care. So we're literally like, me and the girl, we're talking. Hey, how you doing? I'm mad calm. This wasn't my man at the end of the day. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, he was talking to me and you at the same time. He was free to do whatever because he was still single at the end of the day. We never had that official discussion of dating exclusively. But I should have known that he was probably talking to other people, seeing as how when I would call, he didn't necessarily answer, or possibly when another girl was calling while me and him were on the phone, he'd be like, oh, my mom is calling, I gotta go. Lies and controversy, but whatever. So we were talking on the phone, me and her exchanging conversation, and he's calling her princess and he's calling me princess, and we are all in the castle together. Clearly, he was clearly the king of the castle. I must have been Cinderella. She was one of the stepdaughters. Like, I don't know what was going on, but we were talking to him at the same time. He was telling her literally the same things he was telling me. And it was just kind of creepy and sad that it was like a copy and paste thing that he was doing. And I was just like, wow, I'm so happy I stopped talking to him. So she was just like, yeah, he would say this and say that. So now my homegirl's still on the phone and she's just like, wait guys, there's another girl. So now we are on four-way. Another girl jumps in on the conversation. So me and the first girl is telling her like, run, stay away, because she's like, oh, he introduced I introduced him to my family. He asked my mom and dad if he could court me. I was like, are we in the 1700s? Court me? Like, nigga, this ain't Saved by the Bell and y'all let's go steady. Like, shut the hell up. Whatever. So I'm on the phone laughing. He's telling the girls that like, oh, he hasn't dated anybody. I was like, when I went to Cali for my birthday, I definitely saw him. So I don't know what he's talking about. And I was like, I got a picture to prove him. I was like, I saw him. I think this conversation me and the girls had in maybe June. I was like, oh, I saw him in April. Had the screenshot, sent it in the group chat. Like, hey guys, look at this picture. This is him. I don't know what he's telling you guys, but y'all need to run because he's just here trying to play all of us. So as you guys can count, right? So it's me and two other girls. Let's say one is J, one is I. I don't want to say their names. I can't think of new names at the moment right now anyway. It's me, J, and I having a conversation. Found out maybe like 2 days later there was a fourth girl. Another one. And he had a death in his family, and I was checking in on him. I had went to go visit him. At the time he was back on the East Coast for the funeral and stuff, went to go visit him. And when I was talking to Jay, she was like, yeah, I had texted him on this day at this time, and he was just like, oh, I'm consoling my mom right now. Lies, because I had a timestamp of the picture me and him took, which was the same day and the same time he had told her that. And I had sent him the picture via Instagram. So that's the reason why I had the date and the timestamp. And I'm like, he wasn't consoling his mom. We were cuddling. No. Yeah. I don't know where this man is, but literally after that conversation, I got blocked on Instagram. I don't really like to block people because I feel like, especially if we had like a bad falling out, I want you to see my glow up, because I'm not going to stay down and out because we're not talking. Like, I do want you to see it. And I don't care what you're doing with your life, but I'm really not going to block you. I cannot speak to you and literally see your stuff pop up and just ignore it. So I don't really block people like that. But after that conversation with those girls, he blocked me. And I just thought that shit was funny, because wow, you did all of this and now you blocked me. You're mad that I revealed your secrets. Like, I had text messages to prove it. He was a big mess, a really big mess. But I just want y'all to know I did get my money back. I don't know what happened I know what happened to Jay. She had cut him off too. I don't know what happened to and I don't know what happened to the other girl. I don't know if they were both still messing with him. I was trying to tell like, literally, you're young, run away. Like, I was a year older than him, but he had a lot of maturing and a lot of growing up to do, and needed to learn how to be honest, and needed his mom not to fight his battles. But I don't know if that's even changed after this time. I don't know what he's doing with his life. I haven't run into him. I don't know where he lives. I don't care. But yeah, I learned that, like, if a man keeps saying that his mom is on the other line, it's probably another girl on the phone. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. Thank you for tuning in. There's so much more to this story that I could really go in depth. And when I get a camera, I want to be able to read like text messages to y'all, because I think I still have his text messages of like the things he was saying. He would get mad when I'd be like, oh, I'm hanging out with my fave. I'm Greek. These are like names that we have. So he didn't understand that. So he's like, my fave. I'm like, yeah, my fave. He's a guy, yes. And he's like, oh, your fave, like your favorite. I'm like, that's what it literally means, yes. But like, that's as far as it goes. Like, at the end of the day, that's still my friend. And he would get mad and mad defensive and be like, oh, okay, go hang out with your fave. Oh, I will. You're mad. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But I'm gonna cut this short. Well, this wasn't short. This is probably one of my longest videos. Thank you for staying tuned to this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I have this like head wrap thing on. It was covered more. So, you know, I realized I need to start wearing like head wraps with my wigs, because if it's starting to slide, you won't really see it. But I went to an event today called Crown from Soul Through Soul, and I really loved it, and I loved having this on my head. To me, it represented power and royalty and queendom and all that good stuff. Definitely lifted my spirits, but I like to talk about Soul Through Soul a lot because it's changed my life. Anyway, I gotta go. I will see y'all soon. Thank you again, and bye.